Good morning. How are you? So this is my friend Nkirote. Introduce yourself.
Hi. And I don't know how to act. My name is Nkirote, and
She's also a lawyer. I think all my friends are lawyers. I think
a lawyer
everybody's
in the
around.
making. I'm trying to become one.
But you are a lawyer.
Well, I just have a law degree as for now.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
She has a law degree. That makes any difference. So today is such a somber day. When sombrero. It's such a somber day. No, we shouldn't even be laughing. But the Riverside attack just happened yesterday evening. Today morning, I don't know. I was not even sure if we were coming for what's happening today for the photo shoot. We were just not sure, guys, because the situation in Nairobi might have been dire. I don't know. What do you think? Like, what do you think of everything that's happening?
I mean, it's a sad situation. It's not something that you expect this earlier on in the year, first of all.
Yeah.
Because it's what, just 14 days?
14 days, day 15 of the
January
year.
2019.
Yeah, because today's 16th of January. Yesterday was 15th of January.
And it's been such a peaceful 3 years ever since the last incident.
But the last incident was not even in Kenya. It was when they massacred our officers back in El Ade. Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's also been some time since the Westgate incident, and it's
About
not something
5
like
years.
it fades. It's still there. You're aware of it, but
Yeah.
it fades, and you don't expect it to happen again. And
Yeah.
so randomly.
Yeah.
It's a sad situation.
And the fact that I feel like everybody knew somebody who was inside. I've not
I
had.
didn't know Mom was using that route. She was
What?
going to use that route because my aunt is in ICU at the moment.
Yeah.
So she was going to use that route to go and see her.
Mm.
And then like another aunt of ours called her. She's like, yo, if you're using a route, use the longest route you'd ever find. Don't use the route that you usually use.
Wow.
So she's telling us yesterday, and we all freaked out. We're like, I literally just talked to you, you know.
Yeah. But we knew people people who worked in the complex. We knew people who work in the area or were just there for lunch. Like, it's very
The salon.
like, how long will this go on for, guys? Me, I just, it's a very sad situation because you feel so helpless. How do you help? How do we move on? Are we gonna keep getting attacked? Like, I feel like we're so tired of creating memorials everywhere. Like, Westgate will always be a memorial center to me. The place where we had the bomb blast in 97 will always be a memorial. Garissa University will always be a memorial. El Ade will always be a memorial. Like, why are we planting so many memorials everywhere? Like, do lives have to be lost so prematurely? It's such a sad situation because my heart goes out to the families who've been affected, the ones who've actually been through it. Like, they have to go through it,
PTSD now.
the post-traumatic stress that they're gonna get. Like, it's just,
when you think about it, like someone who was in that situation and managed to get out unscathed, they'd always be jumpy,
we're not even
like
in
a
that
tire bus.
Yes.
And you're all up in arms and trying to run, and it's a scary situation when you think about it. Like, people woke up in the morning genuinely, you're like, yeah, today I'm going to get out of bed and do my thing, go get that money, and then
or go have lunch.
I don't
know. So
and some didn't even make it back home. It's a sad affair.
yeah, you just wake up like the way you've woken up today and you go do your thing, and then you just don't go back home. Or if you go back home, you're not the same, because I don't think you can come out of such a situation the same. This incident started yesterday at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
And the last group of people, I'm hoping it's the last group of people, but the ones who were rescued, who were on the top floor, were rescued today at like 5:30 in the morning. Can you imagine being in that situation for almost 13 hours? 13 hours. You're stuck in a bathroom. 13 hours. Every minute goes by, you're asking yourself, will I live? Will I die? Is this how I go? I mean, there's one person who his post went viral, who he actually posted and he said, I'm stuck in the bathroom. This is what's happening. What did he say?
If I don't make it out alive.
If I don't make it out alive,
Just
no, I love
my
God.
Yeah.
He said, I love God
And I love my family.
and I love my family. And
he
said,
tagged his kids there.
yeah, and he said
it was emotional. By
it
the
was
way.
so emotional, and you're thinking this is someone's dad. Thank God he got out safe, but
He won't be the same.
he's never gonna, his family's never gonna be the same. They're always gonna think daddy's going to go and he's gonna get stuck somewhere for 13 hours or not even come back. Like, is this a country that we want to raise?
I think it's put everyone on edge, especially for us now, because our parents would always be at night. You have to be home by this time. If you're going out, please tell me where you're going. Always keep like open communication, and sometimes it's not. How do I say it? So that you don't want to let your parents know. Sometimes you just need your space.
Your space, yeah.
But it's going to be harder. It's something that we have to deal with.
And then something else, I don't know if you saw, but there's the New York Times posted an article, and they posted a photo with dead people in it. Yes,
Isn't that illegal?
clearly, but they so New York Times posts, like me, I saw that picture and I was just like, my goodness, like
That's offensive. Have you thought about the families of the guys who are going through that?
no, the thing people are asking is how come during the Manchester attack they didn't show any dead bodies? How come during all these things they didn't show any dead bodies? But when it comes to we Africans, it's like we are second-class citizens, and then you have to go and showcase our bodies.
It's the same way when you show Africa from their view. It's all about poverty and hunger-stricken people, kids who are malnourished. It happens, yes, but that's the only thing you see about Africa in these guys through their eyes. If it's not about poverty, but it's wildlife, which is not that I'm bashing, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, but it's either one of the two. It's either you're seeing lions or a malnourished kid.
Yeah, but dead bodies don't even respect.
Yeah, that's just extreme.
The Kenyan media has not been allowed to showcase a lot of that going on, but the international media is doing it. So I'm like, and then New York Times has the guts to say we apologize for the pictures, we've taken them down. But first of all, it's an apology with a but we feel that it is important for people to see real life pictures. Well, how about you show us next time Manchester that happens next time? Like, why is it that it's only us that has to happen? Like, for me, it just seems a bit double standard-ish.
It is. It even goes beyond legality. It's morality at this point. How in the world are you going to post a photo of a dead person for people to see? Imagine your kid waking up and seeing your lifeless body on New York Times. Do you know how much hurt that is?
It's very disrespectful. Right now, if you go on social media, you're going to see that the writer who's being condemned for writing that article, she actually she was supposed to come in as the head or something for New York Times here in Kenya. So guys are like, you know what? Deport that girl. You're first of all doing something illegal. No, she's here already.
Yeah.
That's why she had the guts to put those things. That's poor journalism. You should not be doing such things. One thing I have to applaud the Kenyan media for this time that they have tried. Of course, they've failed in many ways, but one way that they've tried is, I'm so happy that they're not mentioning the name of those people, those terrorists. I'm just glad they're not mentioning them. I'm happy that they're not mentioning things that give them glory. And I don't know, Nkirote, what do you think? Do you think that they should publish the number of people who've been affected? What do you think?
Number of people affected in terms of
casualties or victims or survivors, whatever you may want to.
Number?
Yeah, like the number. Do you think that they need to show the number?
I mean, it's something that I've thought about here. But sometimes you just want to know, like, how many people came out unscathed, how many people have we lost, how many people are injured. The number is fine. My issue comes to when now you go into in-depth detail. Also, we talked to this person by this name who was doing this, and I don't really need to know the nitty-gritties. I just want to know these are the number of people that we've lost. These are the number of people who are hurt. I'm okay with the numbers. Yeah. Just not the nitty-gritty.
I don't know. I am 50-50. I feel like when you publish numbers, it becomes an armor or a badge of victory for those people. Like, hey, you know, if it's a situation where, for example, the headlines read those people, I'm not even gonna mention their names, those people killed 2 people, right? Versus those people killed and injured several. Full stop. There's no mention of how many people. So there's no tag or there's no badge of honor, because sometimes I feel like they do it for, it's like a badge of honor. Like, you know, when they went and they did it to the US embassy, they said, hey, this is the number of people that we had. This is the number of people that we had during the Nairobi bomb blast. Like, it's a badge of honor for them. You see, so I feel like, yes, we need to know, and of course we're curious and we need to know, but at the same time, I'm not that curious enough for them to just win.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. So yes, and then we also have to applaud the police officers, guys. The response time was really
amazing.
Good. It's probably the fastest I've seen in Nairobi. I by the time we were learning about it, they had already been there.
On site.
You know, on site. So it's not like those situations where people are saying, hey, this is what's happening, and there's no, you know, form of rescue. The ambulances were there on time. So yeah, I hope things are getting better. I just don't know what the way forward is. I mean, also the equipment that they came with, I thought was high end. Like, I feel like they're improving. It's not like the Westgate one where they just looked confused, quite frankly.
Westgate was confusion. I think that
was
like,
confusion. Yeah, it was not the nicest thing.
That also means that they've gone for training.
Yes, you could see they were actually more well trained.
Yeah,
alert. They were more alert. They had, I don't know if you noticed this, but they had the hats that they wear. They actually had their blood groups around written on the helmets.
Really?
Yes. And I thought that was very smart, because then it saves, you don't have to go testing and screening the blood and what. So it saves a lot of time in case they get injured or something. And I thought that was very, very smart. Yeah, so what do you think is the way forward? Like, how do you think this needs to stop? How do you think, as Kenyans, I don't know, what do you think?
Like we were saying earlier on, the way forward is tricky at this point.
It is very tricky.
Because now, where do you start from? Like always, like whenever some of these things happen, we always revert to go and raid easily to look for these people.
Or South Sea.
Like places where we know these people usually are.
Yeah.
See, what are the chances that you'll actually get someone?
And then on the other hand, you don't want to victimize a whole group of people.
Just because, this person who happens to be the same religion as you are, from the same
country as you
are, did this, now all of you have to pay for it. See?
But don't you think that they must be, like, genuinely, don't you think there must be somebody who knew that these people are going to do this?
Yeah, of course there was someone who knew. Someone must have known that this was being planned, this was going to happen. The thing is, how do you get this somebody without having to, in the process, make an innocent person suffer as well?
Yeah, that's true.
Or if it's someone in your family, if someone new from your family, does your whole family have to suffer because of this one person?
But I don't know. You could go and report and then save your whole family from suffering. It's such a confusing thing, guys. Like, I don't know what to feel. You know, yesterday when it reported, I just sat down. I was just telling Nkirote, I just sat down and just cried. Like, I couldn't hold back tears. I couldn't hold, like, my heart was going out to the people who are going in there. Like, the stress that they have to go to. When you were seeing the cameraman showing people coming out, of which actually I think that is very wrong. I do not think you should show any of those survivors anyway, at any form. You should not be showing them. You should not be asking them questions.
People are fainting. Guys are actually genuinely traumatized. You don't need a camera in your face.
You don't need a camera in your face.
You've made it, and no.
Can you tell us what's... In fact, there's one guy who was really harassing from K24. Sorry to name and shame. But there was one guy who was really harassing there was one guy who was really harassing a person. This person is like, hey, I don't think I have the strength to actually have this conversation right now. The guy is like getting pissed off, like, why are you not giving me the exclusive that I want?
Listen, you have your job. But listen, I've just been through a traumatic experience.
Can you at least let me rest?
Give me a minute to process the fact that I was in a building and there were bombs and gunshots.
And I would... Sorry, we went off. So yeah, can you just give me a break that I'm alive today? Can you just allow me to be alive.
Let me call my loved ones. Tell them.
I'm. Gosh.
Let me stop my body from shaking. Because I didn't imagine. There's a lady who couldn't talk, and she like, I don't know what happened. She just got out of the building, and you could tell that she's genuinely.
She was. I remember. I don't know if you're talking about the same person. She was asked what happened inside there. She's just like, I don't know. She said, I don't know what happened.
And she's crying, and you can tell that she's in distress.
Yeah.
But this person, you're badgering. Listen, give me a minute, my guy.
I just need to rest. I just need to rest.
It's not that it's a proposal or that I got a call that I got accepted for a job. It's not a happy thing. I'm happy I'm out. Give me a minute to at least thank God.
Yeah.
Call my family. Do what I have to do to relax before you ask me these questions.
So, what the way forward for the government, we've been able to figure that out. So what is the way forward for now, like the Kenyans? Because do we now start? Because now I'm thinking, like right now I'm going in for a photo shoot. I've already mastered. Right now I'm sitting in the car, but I know my exits, I know my entrances, I know my exits, I know exactly where I'm going.
Is that how you're supposed to live life?
Is that how you're supposed to live life? Surely.
You look for all exits as you're walking into any building.
Today, as of yesterday, I remember my mom was freaking out when I was coming for this thing, and I just had to tell her, life sometimes has to move on. It's a very sad situation, but deep down, this is what I felt. I felt like if I stay home and not do this, and I stay home in fear, then I've let these people win. They've done exactly what they came to do, to instill fear in me. And that's why I'm so happy. Like I'm looking at Nairobi, and Nairobi is still moving on. Life is still moving on. We are just showing them, what, we are moving on. We are coming out of this stronger than ever. We are gonna deport reporters who have no sense of. Thank you. I just don't use that word because I thought it was harsh, but they literally have no shame. You just post dead people's photos. These are families that had to see their dead people and how they died.
Imagine not finding out through like
normal
normal situations. You log on and you see, my God, someone I know.
There needs to be a bit more Kenyan media. If somebody from Kenyan media watches, there needs to be a bit more responsible reporting. However, there was a guy who was interviewed, and he is a reporter, and he was inside, and he was asked, what is the operation? First of all, why are you even asking what is the operation that the police are using? These guys could actually be watching and telling the guys inside, hey, this is the tactic that the guys are using. The guy said, I'm sorry, at the moment I cannot tell you until everybody's out safe. And I shout out to you, I will find your name and I will thank you. Shout out to you for saying that, because surely, how does somebody shameless ask you, okay, so now you've been saved, what's the tactic that they're using?
There's these guys who are inside and they're talking to a reporter, and the reporter is like, okay, so how many guys can you save? Like, yo, listen, this person was in the toilet. He's like, listen, we've hid ourselves. Yeah, we don't know what's going on. We're hearing gunshots. We don't know how many people are out there. And this person is genuinely just asking, oh, so how many people did you see? Okay, so without giving out your location, where exactly are you hidden? Listen, I'm hidden. That's all you need to know.
Was that the one on the radio?
Was it not on TV actually?
Because I know there was one on TV who was called. It was a lady and she was shaken. They're asking her, can you give us information? She's like, listen guys, I'm hiding. I cannot.
I'm not going to. Maybe they have like their TVs on somewhere, like live on phone. I'm not going to give away what the hell I'm hiding. I'm sorry, no. Talk to me after I'm out, maybe.
Guys, I just feel like a lot needs to happen. Like, I've never felt so helpless, like in terms of helping people and wanting to know, like, how do you help?
You want to help, but you don't know how.
You don't know how to help,
because you can go door to door to everyone who's in that situation. I mean, that's not
like, my heart really goes out to the people who are there. The students, the children who were in Consolata school. There's a school that is just well, they're not children, but they're also affected, you know. But I'm talking about like the children. I'm talking about children who are in high school and below. There's a school that was just nearby. Matter of fact, one of the guns from those people actually flew all the way to that school and hit one of the cars. Yeah, one of the bullets hit one of the cars. So I'm just thinking, that could have been a stray bullet that could have hit a principal, a teacher, a student, anybody. It could have been anybody. And the children must have been so traumatized. Like, I feel for them, I feel for the parents who have to comfort these children because of such a heinous act. Like, you know what, guys, this thing
Imagine
has
freaking out, you know, your kid is in school and you don't know what to expect. Yeah.
I had a family member there, actually. My aunt works in the offices there, but the good thing is that she had just come out, like maybe she even passed these guys when she was leaving. She had just come out before it happened, so she's safe. But when she was not picking up her phone, I was just like, gosh, having to go through,
Get stressed.
Let me tell you guys, I haven't slept. I'm not even gonna lie. I might look nice and bright-eyed, but the makeup had to be put on because whatever's underneath the makeup is not a pretty sight. Because I couldn't sleep. Like, I tried to sleep and I couldn't. Not that I was stressed or anything, I just couldn't. How do you sleep when the whole nation is in mourning? How do you know? Anyway, any last thoughts?
Let's get on with our day.
Let's move on with life.
We all have to stand together as a country.
Yeah.
And pray.
That's what it's been. For everybody who's been through it, we are really, really sorry.
Yeah, our hearts go out to you.
If you've yeah, I don't think any words can actually make you feel better, but yeah, hope you have a lovely day.
Hope you do.